type 2 diabetes is the fastest growing epidemic in the U.S. and we have Snyder here who has a new prescription, basically trying to change things around a little bit because I think we rely so much on, just drugs fixing everything for us. But what is your plan for us to kind of change this whole epidemic around?
Well, back when I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and I was 220 pounds at 5'5", I knew, even though I had a genetic predisposition for this disease, it was my eating, the junk food lifestyle that I was living that was really causing me to be a type 2 diabetic at such a young age. And so my message is, let's start with that. Let's acknowledge that the foods that we're eating, the way that we're living our life with the lack of exercise, is what is causing us to gain this weight in the first place. We've had the same genes for the last 10,000 years, but we've only had an epidemic in type 2 diabetes for the last 20. So let's start with that, and let's put diet and exercise first, medication second. And that's how I was able to lose over 80 pounds of fat, gain 20 pounds of muscle, get off all my medications for type 2 diabetes. And I've done it in a way that still lets me eat what I want on the weekends.
It's really hard, though, in a society where, fast food is pushed in our face every day. There are ads. How do you feel about that? Do you think that government should have a role in changing that, or do you think you just need to get the message to individuals to be in control of their own health?
It's the individual. I grew up eating fast food literally 4 times each week. I remember one time my mom came home with McDonald's, didn't know that my dad had done the same thing. I ate them both. It wasn't a problem. It's like, this is easy.
Right.
But here's the thing. When it comes to fast food, people have this idea of, I had a stressful day. I had, 1,000 things that happened. I don't have a lot of time. I'm just going to have this one meal. And hey, what difference does it make, right? It's not a drug.
I'll think about it later.
But every little bit is a problem.
Every little bit counts. And if you're living a lifestyle that is causing you to gain weight little by little by little, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you have that genetic predisposition, guess what? You're going to wind up type 2 diabetic like I did. I just got there a little faster than everybody else.
Well, like you're saying, you're a 4th generation diabetic.
That's right.
And that's the thing, the way that it's traveling through families, because, my own family struggles with it. But it's hard because we still can't let go of our rice. We love eating our rice. We love our carbs. And even though we know, we need to add some more vegetables in and things like that, it's so hard for us as a group, as a whole family, to change that.
And what the biggest, and I was just discussing this with somebody else just before this, the best way that you can change your lifestyle is never go on a diet. But what you have to do is you have to create a lifestyle of foods that slim you down, but that you love to eat. What does that mean? It means you have to prepare food in a way that you love to eat it. Now, rice can be a part of any diet. And the way that I've done it, as a type 2 diabetic, I have to follow a low-carb diet 5 days a week. Now, on the weekends, I have figured out that I can have my potatoes, I can have my brownies, I can have my rice, and I can eat those foods, and I indulge myself, and I don't miss it when I go back to a delicious set of meals on the weekdays. I'll eat a steak every day.
But some people, if they get that weekend to indulge, they're really indulging.
They're really going to overdo it.
During the week.
But it is better, I hear, to eat a lot of food in one day and then not eat the next day than to overeat every single day by a certain. That's what I've heard.
There is that. That's absolutely true. When you think about it, Thanksgiving happens once a year. When we're talking about the holiday season.
I fast on
Thanksgiving.
Wait,
you do?
I fast
on
Thanksgiving every year.
But think about this. We gain weight on the holiday season. That's 60 days. But there's only what? Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. That's 4 days. It's not those 4 days that caused anybody to gain the 10 or 20 pounds. It's all the days between.
It's also cold, though, and so people want to eat to get that fat on for winter.
And we don't lose the weight from those holidays. So that's the main thing, that we're just not changing our diet enough to make a change.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to play devil's advocate, and I was going to say that when I concentrate on food, I end up eating more. So what I do is I try to distract myself. I throw myself into hobbies or activities, and then I tend to eat less. But yet people who advocate losing weight tend to say, no, you do this, you write down in a little book everything you eat and all your calories, and you read the book. So what is your response to somebody like that?
It's read the book. That's your response, right? Just go get your book.
That's one of them. Yeah, that is the response. Read the book. But the bottom line is, what we've done on the website for this book is we've identified, let's talk about what your biggest problem is you in particular.
Find one thing.
Find the biggest challenge to you
Right.
in what it is to losing weight. Let's work on that, and then let's work on the next thing. You don't have to do it all at once.
Right.
Well, this book probably has a lot of great information. Thank you, Erin, for being here.
It was great to be here. Thank you
and
very
let's
much.
make some changes. All right, we'll be back with more Every Way Woman.